Hey you, how are you? So if you write super professionally in your copy, I know it seems like the thing you're supposed to do. It's like, oh, be super formal. That's how you make friends. It's not though. And I'm gonna show you why and how to fix it in this video. It should only take like 10 minutes. 5 minutes. Sorry. God, I would not ask you to stay for 10 minutes. Okay. So this is why you should not write like a nerd and also how to stop doing it because like it happens, you know? And I'm not blaming you, it's just what happens. So, oh crap, I messed it up. You're gonna have to bear with me. So don't be old and constipated. I know that sounds like super great, super like simple. Oh yeah, don't be super old and constipated. But it's actually it happens often, especially in your subject line, and this is in the subject line. So when's the last time you got an email from your like sixth period English teacher, Miss Robbins, and you're like, yay, hmm, that's boring. She's boring. So here's how you fix that. And it's just like I said, it's just the subject line or like the first sentence, greeting, whatever, but it will absolutely change your like actual read rate. So number one is yo. You know, sounds crazy, sounds stupid, but yo, and it sounds like your friend, right? Obviously, you're gonna be like, who the hell is saying yo to me? And you're gonna keep reading, and just saying their name. Your name is your favorite word in the dictionary. You love your name, so of course you're gonna be like, okay, what do you want? Like, it's not, something's up probably too. You're like, oh, it's a sales thing, but you can't stop from reading it because everyone wants to know why the hell you're just saying your name, right? It's just that intriguing. And jump straight into the copy. So what I mean by that is like if your subject line is our pizza is great, or sorry, our pizza is the best in the world as your subject line. Instead of saying, hey, name, instead of doing that and wasting a ton of time, losing their attention, just say, crazy, right? Like responding to the subject line, just continue it. Like, why not? And then, what's this one? Random word. I have no idea why I put that there. Just ignore that one. Anyways, cut out as much information as possible, and mainly just words. Like keep the information, but get rid of the filler bullshit. So, yes, yeah, here's $1 million. Crazy, right? So there's that, and then read this one for me real quick. Okay, I'm gonna stop you there. You can make the best thing in the world sound insanely fucking boring. So just don't do that. Instead of adding extra filler words, doing all this extra stuff, don't do it. Instead, get to the point before they click off. Because what are the odds they read this? Like if this is all that's in there, if this is the first part of the email or the copy or whatever, here's $1 million. Of course they're gonna read it, and then they're gonna keep reading. But if it's this, it is the utmost formality and deliberation, and I hereby inform you, like you're already like snooze, like no one's reading that. Anyways, this is for my paid guys actually. Sorry. Ask questions. So hold on, you don't get to see that. When you ask a question, they answer it in their mind. Just fucking take advantage of it. Like, not almost, it feels rude to not ask a question. Like, when's the last time you read something that asked a question and then didn't answer it in your brain? You see what I just did there? It works so well. Like, if you don't do this, you're nerfing yourself because you can make people admit things and, like, you can know that they're gonna admit certain things. My point is, wait, what? So, like, if I say something insane, like, "Hey, I made $100,000 last month." What? You're 18. How do you do that, right? And then like crazy, right? Another one. Oh, that is kind of crazy. How'd you do that? Um, I do that, wouldn't you? Just kind of social proof, kind of asking, because you probably would if I would. And then how are you today? Just stuff like it's really that simple as just asking questions because you know they're gonna answer. And then when they answer, it builds up a little bit of social proof because the next thing you can say is like, okay, do it. Because like, and then it makes them say yes, or it makes them do the thing you want them to. So yeah, it's very helpful to ask questions. And then so this is a ton of silly little stuff that I'll probably make entire videos on because they're that important. But here's a little preview, I guess, and it's something that will make you a lot of money. On some links. So instead of copyblane.com, marketers, right? Copy so stuff probably forces your readers to buy. Instead of doing that, do something that kind of like continues the call to action. Selective copy healing. Like, are you more likely to read this one or this one and then actually click on the website? This one, obviously, and I just did it again with the question. Um, and I know all this stuff sounds cringy, by the way. Like everything, it's like, oh, I'm not like a cringy loser, so I'm not going to say this stuff. You're nerfing yourself. Like people actually interact with this type of copy. So don't send links because normally it doesn't even normally look like this. It looks like HTTPS www link slash page slash whatever whatever, and it just looks unprofessional, unformal, and it looks sloppy really. Which is bad. And I know this whole video is about not being professional, so back off. So use social pressure. Now, kind of like we were talking about before, I would do that, wouldn't you? Another way of using social pressure is just saying you're a proactive person. You're a smart person who obviously wants to improve his copy, who obviously wants to sell to the best of ability, right? So you would go on and subscribe to my newsletter or something like that. Just an example, but it's in the description. But okay, anyways, analogies and comparisons. Don't say make a ton of money. Say infinite money glitch. Exaggerate as much as possible and like make things sound real. So what I'm trying to say with that is everyone makes the first purchase or demo or test drive in their mind. So the more clear the image you can make, the more likely they are to purchase. For example, if you just say, our pizza is great, like you just, okay, you can't really imagine that, whatever. But if you said, our pizza is the crispiest, steamiest, most delicious, fucking longest cheese pole, 5 foot long. Like you can, when you make comparisons like that, you're obviously gonna think of it more. And I know that was terrible because it's just off the top of my head, but that is the type of copy that sells because it makes you imagine it. Like that's why I say infinite money glitch. Or I had this one guy who I wrote copy for who I said, imagine you had uh, something about like a magic wallet that every time you open it, another 100 pops out. And then okay, and I know that isn't exactly being super specific. So what is being super specific is you're saying, if you're saying like little details about the wallet. So like, the little creases in the leather, and I know that has nothing to do with the idea of the story, but that's what I'm trying to say is when you make comparisons and are very specific, it brings it more to life in your mind. So that said, if you're a copywriter, what are you doing? Go sign up for my newsletter. Like, come on, you want to sell, right? Okay. And if you're a business owner, let me write your copy, bro. I'm gonna add 33% MRR in 45 days or your money back. So yeah. Also subscribe and I love you. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.